Needed and much welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Oh, you're starting Hurts over Wentz.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And his throw here is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time.
Yeah, they got to update the roster, bro. This team ain't got nobody on it.
They just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 24-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He was brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch.
Complete to Jalen Reagor. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You go back to the 2nd round of the draft, and when Jalen Hurts' name was called, a lot of Philadelphia fans weren't extremely happy about it. But when you see his ability, he can be mobile, make plays out of the pocket. But he's got a much better arm and much more accurate than people think. Remember, he was raised by his father in the game of football. His dad was his high school coach. This kid is a true gym rat, and he's going to get better every time out.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry for Sanders. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. A much different 2nd drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the 2nd one.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Smith will find Gibson here complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Smith on 3rd down. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 21 yards away. And Washington has taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. Here's Hurts. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Pass complete to Miles Sanders. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. And it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Smith. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Because special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Through an opening, and there he goes. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Hurts. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. There the Eagles are back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 75 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Just keeping the play alive. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 37-yard line.
It's Jeffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes this Washington 31, Eagles 28. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, and as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Smith, rolling to his right. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith, flushed out right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down.
Good game, bro.
Stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Eagles, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
They obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice, they